My daughter came by our house one day, and then she just said, "Dad, you got to try this because it'll help you." And I just gave her a smile and figured, what was this? So she put a patch on the back of my neck and then gave me a bunch of additional patches to try. So yeah, I had to do it, right? She said, try it, so I did it. But what was amazing is that in 4 days, I had a knee problem that I've always had since high school. It wasn't really severe at that time, but it got worse and worse. And in 4 days, my pain went away in my knee that I've had forever. And I couldn't do any squats. I would go do a half squat, let's say, would try to bend down about halfway down, and it would be very painful. But on that 4th day, I was able to squat a full squat. And now I can go up and down like nothing, like it never happened before. So that was really amazing. And I thought, my goodness, this is something that, everybody eventually should try. And for me, I've had, I never thought of myself as having too many problems. I always thought I was a pretty fit guy. But the experiences that I went through in this past 2 months was just mind-boggling. Because I've had for let's say 10 years, I had a pain on my shoulder blade and a lump over there, maybe the size of a dime or something. And it always agonized me because it was like a gnawing nerve pain, something just irritating. And it's been there for, as I said, 10 years. I've tried chiropractor, I've tried massages, I tried acupuncture, and nothing worked. And in about the 2nd week of using these patches, the pain went away. So I reached over and touched my shoulder, and there was no lump. So I couldn't believe it. It was unreal. It's just amazing. Yeah. And so even at that, I wasn't really into doing a business or anything like that, because as I said, I've been retired for a long time. But the thing that fascinated me most was, if it worked on me, it can help a lot of people, because a lot of people go to the doctor, they get prescriptions, they get whatever. And many times it never works, right? And one of my good friends, one day she told me that she had a bum knee too, and it was really, really painful. So I gave her some patches. And she was told, and before that, she went to her doctor, she went to orthoscopic surgery, she went to massages, therapeutic massages. And she was in such a pain that she thought she had to use a wheelchair. But after I gave her the patches, in just a few days, she called me and said, "Ken, I don't even need my crutches. I don't have any pain." And it's just amazing. It's just amazing. I've had a lot of different things that I found that helped me. I had a finger problem that I couldn't close my fist totally because of my index finger. But that went away, and I can close my fist totally. I feel I have more strength, in doing things and I'm more flexible. But I think one of the most important things to me is that one morning when I got up, I could breathe really clear. And I've always had this congestion problem that I couldn't breathe. And, so when I walked around or exercised or worked, I would always breathe with my mouth a lot. But this one morning I got up, I had this strange feeling that, my goodness, felt like a lot of air was in my chest, and I could really breathe clearly. But I didn't want to say anything at that point. So I just waited and waited. And after, I think, a couple of weeks went by, then I started to tell people about what was happening. And to this day, I can totally breathe clearly, and that's the most amazing thing to me, because I never thought that was possible. Well, I never even thought about it. It was just like part of me already, right? But now that I can breathe so clearly, it's just amazing, yeah.